Don't know why I got here so early this morning because it wouldn't have mattered. Anyway, Dan Vaughn back with you on Monarchs Live. Let's try to get to what we're trying to get to. And it's sometimes the best laid plans happen like this. So let me get back to where we were as we do round two. And I'll have to edit this whole thing together and put the entire show up there, which that's always going to be fun for the afternoon. And let's, okay, here we go. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We got knocked off. But I want to show you guys the video. This is the raw video from FanFest on Saturday. Okay, this is what I put together. Again, we had carry on, but we just didn't get the audio. We're having all kinds of gremlins today. It happens like that sometimes. I don't know why, but okay. So let's continue the show, Monarchs Live. Let me give you what we shot on Saturday. Let me go and start playing this for you. And let me kind of bring the volume down here because it's a little loud. There we go. Promise. Boy, it's not what to play for me. All right, come on. Let's try it again here. Here we go. Throwing my hands up. There we go. There we go. This is FanFest on from Saturday. That's the FanFest. A little slow there, but this looks lined up there. Slow motion, a little bit. It's not the fancy super slow motion we shot on Friday, but that's the line of the crowd right there, and they're lined up to get in, looking sharp. Everybody waiting for that's a really cool area down there too. Union Station is a really cool area, and you've got that outdoor area that was open right around 2019. I think it was October of that year, and they only had it for a few months, and then they basically couldn't use that outdoor space and couldn't use any of the space there. And we were really the first major event they've had in that little outdoor space there at Union Station there, and really a cool location there. But you see the inside the station, that's really awesome. I mean, that place, vintage train station, it looked like a movie set. It really did. I feel like I was walking onto a movie set from the 1920s or 30s. And just the fans, folks were walking through. You had fans there. You had the team in their jerseys and all that. And that's what the league saw, and I sent that to them. Also, just the whole atmosphere. I mean, you got the train down there. I mean, the trolley line, we would call streetcar. I love the bikes. The bikes are really cool too. The guys on the bikes are cool. And of course, the shot of World War I museum, all these going on there on Saturday. Really a fun event, just phenomenal stuff there. I'll let you guys get tail into this. But yeah, it was one of the coolest things I've seen. I mean, just the environment, the fans, being at the monument at the World War I museum, the city skyline, everything really cool there. To see that and be a part of that on Saturday. So thank you for everybody who came out on Saturday. Good times. And again, that just it's what we do around here now. We celebrate these Monarchs and do it in first class way, raising that bar, looking really good. So great stuff. Congratulations to Morgan and to Susie, both of the staff who rocked it and knocked it out of the ballpark, and the entire Monarchs family, and of course you fans who are part of things as well. But yeah, great stuff from down at the museum. That tail end that just it didn't freeze up, but it's done now. Tail end of the video. Yesterday, now before the game yesterday, the team left here, I believe about 2 o'clock, or 1:30, and they drove into the city, went down to 22nd and Brooklyn. And you're probably going, well, I'm not sure what that means, but just a few blocks up from the museum at 18th and Vine at 22nd and Brooklyn Street is the site of the old stadium where the Monarchs played. Old Municipal Stadium, which was the final name, went by Blue Stadium and Muehlbach Field and several names over the years. The Monarchs played there from 1923 until 1959, and they had those final few years in Grand Rapids. Of course, the Royals played there their first, I believe, 2 years. The ballpark was refurbished in 1954 for the Kansas City A's when the Philadelphia A's moved from Philadelphia to Kansas City, of course, eventually going to Oakland. But the ballpark was refurbished then, and the Chiefs played there. And I mentioned that last night in the broadcast. That site is where the longest NFL game ever played was played at that site. The final game of the 1972 or 71 season, Christmas Day, was not the final game, not final game of the season, a playoff game on Christmas Day, Dolphins and Chiefs, a 27-24 heartbreaker for the Chiefs back then. But that was the Chiefs' home before they went to Arrowhead. And, of course, the Royals played there. It was demolished in 1976, but the area down there is called Monarchs Manor. And they've taken that old development where the old stadium was, and they've put some houses in there, a nice little community. And the only thing left is a monument basically on the get my directions here. It'd be the southeast corner of the lot. And it's where they've got some placards up of Satchel Paige and Jackie Robinson, the Monarchs, got some old Royals and A's shots. They've also got a little information there. They've got a plaque there and some old Chiefs photos as well. All in that little corner. It's all you can really see is that would have been, at that time, that was the right field line corner. There was a gate to get the stadium past the right field grandstand, and that was one of the two main gates to get in, and that was the corner of 22nd and Brooklyn. If you go down the hill from there, the original Arthur Bryant's is right there as well, so it's all right there in that area. And then, of course, you go down to 18th Street, take a left, go to Vine Street, take a left, and you run right into 18th, go down to 18th, that's right, and take a left, that's right, Vine runs parallel to Brooklyn there. I got my directions wrong. I'm thinking north, south, east, and west, and I'm facing the north, and that day I was facing the south, and anyway, so all good. But yeah, really cool experience. In the game yesterday, the guys before the game did a tour. You may have seen the photos on Facebook. The guys did the Negro League Museum tour yesterday, which was really a great opportunity as a team. Then they walked over to the Royals Urban Youth Academy, which is located just behind the museum, right there off the Paseo, and right there, the shadow of I-70, and played the Houston Apollos last night. Nice little crowd. What was so cool about it last night was while we're playing on one field, it was very recreational town ballish, which I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean it in a real positive way, because you had a softball game going on behind us, a training session for some high schoolers, it looked like, on one field, and behind us was another game going on, like a little league game. And we were playing this minor league game right there at the ballpark, and it was really cool. There's, again, the four fields. There's an indoor training facility as well, indoor field, and there was some work going on in there. And a little breezy, but a great night last night, and a phenomenal job by the entire Monarch staff to get that. And those are tough because you got to take everybody over there, the logistics, get them all over there, get them all back, and I thought it went great. And in that historic area where the Monarchs, the historic reborn, we're the Reign Reborn now, but the original birth was in that area, and to see that transpire was really a really cool deal. So anyway, glad you guys are along here. Tim, how you doing, bud? I was going to see Tim, by the way. Let me bring the volume down here because I'm in a little loud. Let me bring that down. But good to see Tim on Saturday. And give me just a moment here. I'm hearing myself. There we go. All right, there we go. Let's see who else we got out there. Jonathan said he enjoyed the game last night. Opening night can't come soon enough. That's right. It'll be a week from yesterday. Could there ever been any special exhibition games with the Monarchs and Royals? I don't know. I think the only thing about that is, Jonathan, it's not that we wouldn't want to do that. It'd be a tough thing to pull off because of the timing of spring training. Most of those exhibition games, for example, if you ever follow the Red Sox, the Red Sox always play colleges from Boston down in spring training in Fort Myers. So you'll have Boston University or Boston College will come down and play a 1 or 2 off series before spring training. So say spring training starts on a Wednesday, they might play on a Sunday, Monday, and get a chance to get some work in down there because those Eastern teams, that's not uncommon. If they were going to do that, it had to be done during big league spring training or probably the very end of spring training, like say when the Royals come back from Arizona, you'd come here and play a 1 or 2. But by that time, we're still a month away from our guys getting here, or maybe 6 weeks away. And that's probably why you wouldn't see it. But it's a good idea, but it'd be tough to pull off because, again, logistically, the calendars don't really work out. For example, I know I use Texas as an example. The Rangers have often played a Mexican League team from like the Mexico City Reds as in a spring training game. They'll do a soft opening, tailored to spring training at their home ballpark in Arlington. They'll do something like that. You could do something like that, but it's got to be a team already assembled, ready to go. And of course, our guys don't get here till first week of May. That makes it a little difficult. So I don't know. Good idea though, but I'm going to see Nate, Tim out there as well. You're a Monarchs Live. Little hiccup. Sorry about that. We've lost Kerry earlier, and we lost our broadcast earlier. I don't know what was going on, but anyway. But we had such an easy broadcast last night. I figured today, and I knew that this morning on my jog. I was going, boy, thank you for being such an easy call last night. Our first one out of the box in 506 days. Who's counting? And then today, this Facebook Live went just all downhill. Anyway, glad you're along. Last night, it was a 9-2 or 10-2 win, depending on how you look at it. And I look at it like this. All the runs were needed because you didn't play on Sunday. And in case you missed out, the team didn't play on Sunday because of the weather. And so I'm going to go ahead and say that, you needed the extra inning. I mean, what happened, what was really interesting about last night, and we've seen this before, and we'll probably see a little of this tonight. I haven't got the lineup card yet, but I know Joe will be sending that to us shortly. But my guess is we'll have a similar – sorry about that. We'll have a similar trying to get the Monarchs Live. There we go. Monarchs Live off the screen. A similar situation. Joe sent me a lineup for the first 5 innings, and he told me, hey, in the 6th inning, I'm going to use this lineup card, and we're going to start in the 6th, bottom 6, at the top of the order. So no matter where they were at, and I believe at the time in that 6th inning, look at my score sheet from last night, it actually worked out perfectly because the team was in the bottom of the 5th, and the last out was the number 9 man, McCullough. And so we went to the top of the card, and it was Kevin Santa who would lead off, and he was already plugged in there. So that was the first unique thing about last night was that Joe had 2 different lineup cards, first 5 in the last part of the ball game. And we also batted in the home half of the 9th inning, even though the team had a 9-2 lead. And that's why I said 9-2, 10-2, because Colin Willis had a home run in the 9th inning when the team officially the game was over, but added an extra run late in the ball game. So that made it a unique situation. But basically what happens in these games is Joe Capietri will give you, it tells me these guys will go. It was Baker. Actually, last night, it wasn't Baker. It was second. Last night, it had been Schaefer, Baker, McCreary, and that was the ones he gave me. He gave me those 3 for sure. And I knew those were going to be in that order, so there's not a lot of surprises there. And very spring training-esque, but Joe wanted that extra inning last night to get a little extra work for his batters because, again, not playing on Sunday and to get a good workout in either, the window of seeing these guys up front close and getting an idea what roster moves to make, he needs every bit of that opportunity. And the good thing is I look at a guy like Colin Willis who figures to be in the outfield mix. Colin getting a home run, that's got to help him out. I mean, you go a guy like that. Also in that same inning, that 9th inning, Johnny Field walked, had a big day, and I'll recap most of that here for you in a moment. Are the jerseys available now is the question. Yes, they are. They are available in the Legends shop here at the ballpark, Legends Field. You can come to the ballpark at the right behind us, right out the window there. Yes, they are available. They are available, and some folks had those on over the weekend. Anyway, questions, comments as well here on Monarchs Live. Last night, I'll recap it for you. And here's the way things went down. The only question mark, and we haven't heard yet today, I'll ask Joe, and we'll know more when the team gets here. But in the first inning, Nick Franklin left the ball game. He had a single start. Actually, I'm sorry, he walked to start the bottom half of the first inning. Franklin broke for second. I was actually talking at the time about the potential speed factor of this ball club this year, and he got between first and second and froze. Realized he might be out by a mile. He froze, drew the catcher from behind the dish to try to run him back to one of the bases, and he beat the throw into second base on that run back toward the bag. He overslid the bag. It was one of those deals where he slid through and kind of tumbled, and as he grabbed the bag, it kind of flipped him over, and he landed kind of awkwardly on his shoulder, it looked like, and he was laying there, and then he was tagged out about a foot from the bag when he overslid the bag. He left the ball game, and not heard word yet, but that was the only real concern last night from an injury front was seeing Nick Franklin, who figures to be one of your middle infield guys leading off at the top of the card, of course, former big leaguer, and a guy that you figure is going to be a real table setter for you in that veteran role. And we'll have to keep our fingers crossed on that. Let's see here. Looking at that, the Monarchs took a 1-0 lead in the third inning, a double for Morgan McCullough, and then it was a Annabelle Sierra single RBI that brought him home in a 1-0. The Apollos, and what's interesting about the Apollos, I think you're going to see this year the Apollos to be a lot more a deeper club than what that Solana club was a couple years ago. Remember in 2017, the Solana Stockade were the kind of the barnstorming team, and they were put together very late. It was, early part of, middle of April they were put together. Actually, no, it was later than that because we found out like 2 weeks for opening day that Laredo wasn't going to play. They were thrown together at the last minute. And they were really at a competitive disadvantage. I think this club will be much better. Just from looking at the roster and watching what they've got. Now, they're still putting things together. They may not come together for a while, but these guys are auditioning for jobs in the association and affiliated jobs, just like the Monarchs are. So keep an eye on that. But I think that, if you're going to sit there and pencil in easy wins against the Houston Apollos, don't be doing that because they had a 2-1 lead. They got the fourth inning. It was a walk and a couple of singles to get things going. It looked like they were about to really get rolling, but luckily a strikeout and then a bounce out kind of kept the moment. They had two aboard the entire inning, and it was Dylan Baker dodging trouble. And finally, he did get up the 2 runs, but got out of the trouble. And from then on, it was pretty much lights out. Justin Schaefer was really outstanding to start the ball game. Former big leaguer, 3 innings, walked, 2 strikeouts. Mitch and Dylan went 3 innings, charged with a run. One was actually 2 runs, 1 was earned. A walk and 4 strikeouts. Adam McCreary worked a pair. McCreary also was scoreless. He allowed, let's see, I've got him going the 7th. He walked 1 and then had a strikeout. Team turned 3 double play balls last night and looked very comfortable doing it no matter who was there. Something to look at as well because this is a club with a lot of versatility, and you want to see those guys. Sometimes you lose. Sorry about that. The screen was way too long. Oftentimes you get a lot of guys who play multiple positions. It does affect your defense, but last night the defense looked great. I mean, the double play balls were, and one of them was not that easy. But all in all, I thought it was a very outstanding performance defensively as well. I mean, it's easy to break down a spring game. Also, to close things out last night, Brian Golicki worked a inning as well, a scoreless ball. And so I thought, again, 2 runs last night, one of which was earned. That's not bad to start things out of the box, was the pitching staff. Things got a little crazy, though, in the 6th inning. KC would take the lead, be a single for Kevin Santa when the lineup card went to the 6th inning and flipped over. Santa singled. Sierra would bounce out the 3rd. Then a walk for Darnell Sweeney. So 1st and 2nd, double steal. I mentioned that this club will run the bases. And we know this too. Because Joe Capiatra pretty much says, you do what you want to do. On rare occasions has Joe put the brakes on. Most of the time, he lets his guys do their thing on the bases. And the double steal worked out, so 2nd and 3rd. And then it was Gabby Guerrero's single, tied the ball game, fly to left field For out number 2, that it was Gavin LaValle, a single RBI. Johnny Field would hit single RBI, so back-to-back RBIs there. 3 runs in the inning gave KC that 4-2 lead. And then the 7th inning, a little controversial, but a grand slam home run. I thought from where I was sitting, and granted, not the best view in that place, but a good view, but it was just a different angle because of the window and all that. It was close. Some of the folks I've talked to thought it was foul. The bullpen for the Apollos thought it was foul. I don't know. Plate umpire Clifton Glidewell, he was on it the whole way and said a fair ball. So grand slam home run. The inning was like set like this. The 7th, it was a single for Sierra, then a single for Guerrero, a walk to Connor Willis. LaValle walked to make it a 5-2 ball game. The grand slam home run followed a moment later by Johnny Field, and that closed out the 7th inning. It was 9-2, and then the 9th inning, it was a Connor Willis leadoff home run to right field. Both homers, by the way, the one to right was against the wind. The wind was coming in last night about 8 miles an hour from center field, so they were both pretty good shots. And the ball was not carrying last night in general, but those 2 shots were legitimate home runs in the ballpark last night. So that's the recap of the ball game. Let's catch up with the questions and comments before I let you guys go. Let's see here. Will regular season game stream on Facebook? Tim, that's a good question. There'll be one game of the week on Facebook from the league. Now, we don't control that. It may be Sioux City and Sioux Falls one week. It may be us and Chicago the next. But there'll be a feature game of the week on the American Association Facebook page. I do know that. Now, we cannot broadcast the games on Facebook from here. That's something we can't do. We're contracted with the league to be a part of the American Association's broadcast, which I'll give you some details on that. The American Association TV site. I'm going to pull that up for you, too. And this is it right here, the AA Baseball TV. Give me a screenshot of that, but this is where you can find the Association TV. And let me give you a screenshot of it. Here it is right here. And this is where you can go to AA Baseball TV, and you can get it's a pay-per-view site, but it was rave reviews last year. I mean, rave reviews last year, and there it is right there on the screen. It's a AA Baseball TV, and I'll put that graphic up for you as well, so you guys can see that. But I thought the site was great last year. We put up a lot of bonus content on there. There was we weren't required to. We did, even though we weren't playing. We put little snippets up there, and I thought the product was great. It is a pay-per-view thing, but the league's trying to go forward and really taking some steps forward that you've not seen before. But AABaseball.tv, and I salute both Josh's in the league office and the directors of trying to really expand our product and get folks to be aware of our brand. So check that out, AABaseball.tv. I'll bring those graphics down so you guys can that would help probably see it a little bit better. But that will be where the association games are every night, the video games. Of course, our broadcast will be every night on the audio side, home and away. There will not be an option for home and away audio on the video, but you can sort that yourselves. If you, I know a lot of you folks can do that. You can take my audio and put it with the video. You put 2 browsers up and time them out, and you can do that. Let's see here. Any word? Sorry. Any word? Promos for opening day, man. Morgan, where are you? You here? Is she here? Yes. Schedules game 2, fireworks game 1. How about that, Tim? Be a good time. Good times. Okay, broadcast schedule. This is more like a regular season show for us. Of course, losing Kerry to the Gremlins didn't help, but that was happens sometimes. Why it wasn't working. Anyway, show is kind of short today. A couple things coming up to tell you about, though. Again, tonight on MixLR. Let me put that up for you. This is the link to the broadcast right here. It's our live page. I'll take you right there. And here it is. This is where you can find the radio call tonight, and that'll begin at 7, right at 7, just shy of 7 o'clock. Put this in the chat for you. There we go. And you can check us out right at 7, and we'll be adding some things as we go along this week. And, of course, the first real broadcast will be a week from Tuesday. And, again, the way we got it working out right now, let me put this on the screen for you. Pardon me. Here we go. MixLR, that's the link right there, but it's MixLR. Just go mixlr.com, and that will get you the link to the broadcast tonight, already ready to go. And we will love to have you chat. I'm a little rusty in the chat last night too, but yeah. So that's all I got. I'll give you guys a last call on questions and comments here. Last call on questions and comments here on the show. But you guys have seen a little bit of the events down at Union Station. Got a great media day going on this afternoon here at the ballpark. After this, a little bit later on, meeting the media. And, of course, tonight, 7 o'clock against the Apollos. Off tomorrow, Friday, back here against the Lee Summit Monarchs on Friday evening at 7. Off Saturday, back on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Fargo comes to town on the way down south. So they'll swing by and say hi, and we'll see association action on Sunday. Off day Monday. Monday's show, we'll start our daily, it's the old Cup of Sizzle show, okay? That will start on Monday. We'll have Michael Dixon joining us, the voice of the Lincoln Salt Dogs. We're going to preview the series, preview opening day, and we'll do a little of that on Tuesday as well. We'll get some more of the Morgan on Tuesday at lunchtime. And we'll get in our groove next week. We'll give you the highlights and the things that are going on and keep you going Monday through Friday right here on Facebook Live. One more thing, too. We're asking about the broadcast on Facebook. I don't know what this is going to be yet. I've not made this call, and I'm going to work on that in the next couple of days. We will have a booth cam. I tested it out last week on this show, and we'll have a booth cam. Now, that we can broadcast on social media. I believe it'll be either on a new dedicated Facebook page or our Facebook page, depending how we want to do that. But it'll be a camera facing me, and I showed you guys last week how it's going to look, and we'll do that as well. So anyway, last call on questions, comments. Don't forget, tickets available right now. Put the number up for you at monarchsbaseball.com, of course, and that's always the easy place to go. But there you go, 913-328-5618, 913-328-5618. I got a suggestion. I walked up here about an hour ago, up and down the first base side. Get you a suite. Get you a suite. Get one for a night. Call 913-328-5618. You will not be disappointed. They are bad A. Okay, I'm telling you, they are awesome. So check that out. Also, monarchsbaseball.com is the place to go as well. And you found some shirts yesterday. Well, good deal. Hey, glad you're finding something, mate. And then, again, the more the merrier. So all good. I do owe you guys a Monarchs Minute, but the Monarchs Minute today was the conversation about the old stadium, and we're going to talk about that. We talked about the broadcast last night. I did a lot of Monarchs Minutes last night, but we will definitely get back to you starting next week. We'll give you the Monarchs Minutes on Wednesday. So all good. Apologize for the audio with Kerry earlier, but looking forward to having Kerry Gillespie and Hartzell. They're going to be great this year for us. Looking forward to having them part of the baseball family, and looking forward to getting you folks out here on Tuesday night. Hope you come see us tonight. Be ready to go. 7 o'clock against those Houston Apollos, and of course, on the air on MixLR at 7 o'clock as well for the Monarchs and the Houston Apollos. Game 2 of the exhibition season from here at Legends Field in Kansas City, Kansas. Big thanks to everybody that stopped by for 5 minutes, the whole show. If you drove by, it was a little wheels off. I do apologize, but it happens like that sometimes. We fight through. We fight on. That's what we do these days, right? We fight on in 2021. Again, virtual hugs to you until I see you at the ballpark. The reason I believe we're the best, because you're the best, the fans of the Kansas City Monarchs here in the American Association. Much love to you all. We'll see you guys tonight in the broadcast. See you guys at the ballpark this week. Come and see us, and go Monarchs.